Could we be possibly witnessing the cover-up of the century? Hurricane Helene mass media cover-up. Allegedly, the death toll numbers is far worse than reported. Citizens closer to the area most affected allege whatever the numbers are being reported, add 2 zeros behind it. Where are the CNN choppers? Where are the MSNBC choppers? Why hasn't the Biden-Harris administration or Harris-Walsh ticket been visiting the most devastated areas? We know they have immediate access to whatever they need to get a bird's eye view of the devastation. If this were the Trump administration, mainstream media, legacy/state-sponsored media would be excoriating Trump in a 24-hour news cycle for days on end, nonstop. But since it's not Trump, all we get is photo ops and platitudes from the current administration, courtesy of legacy/state-sponsored media. This is the cover-up of the century. Vice President Harris, in an interview at a location in an area affected by Hurricane Helene, stated families devastated by Hurricane Helene will be given $750 per family. And then, in an interview later that day, DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says FEMA is expecting another hurricane and doesn't have any funds to give to flood victims of Hurricane Helene. The funds, allegedly, have been redirected to illegal migrants to the tune of $1.4 billion. Our elected officials are sending American tax dollars abroad without hesitation, and the moment American citizens, in this case flood victims, could use immediate resources to begin the recovery process, there isn't any money left to give to the people it was designed for and needed most. Let's watch, in the days leading up to the election November 5th, how vigorously and intentional mainstream media /legacy/state-sponsored media covers the victims of Hurricane Helene, the survivors of Hurricane Helene, and more important, the FEMA response of Hurricane Helene. Again, if this were the Trump administration, mainstream media /legacy/state-sponsored media would have boots on the ground immediately, getting feedback from the people most affected by the hurricane. Where is the intensity to report the devastation in these areas? Allegedly, FEMA is acting more as an agent of chaos in these areas. It is also reported Starlink, Elon Musk, efforts to provide some type of internet infrastructure to the areas most affected so people can communicate is being thwarted by FEMA. FEMA is not allowing needed supplies from anywhere to be brought in on a scale that will impact recovery efforts. Why are Americans being treated like second-class citizens? These are questions you should be hearing reported by all major networks. Otherwise, we are witnessing the greatest media blackout this year prior to an election. America, if you can't see how mainstream media, legacy/state-sponsored media is coordinating their non-coverage effort of this event, I don't know what to tell you. You're probably complicit in the cover-up. Don't wait until it hits closer to home to speak on this. Speak on this, America. I challenge anyone in that area with a smartphone that is working to report this vigorously on any social media platform available to you until mainstream media /legacy/state-sponsored media has no choice but to stop the cover-up. Stop the cover-up, America.